Good morning, students. Today we will understand chapter number 2, pronouns. You must have already learned about pronouns in your previous class. In the previous chapter, we discussed that words are divided into different kinds of classes, which are called as parts of speech. Okay, then these parts of speech are 8 in numbers. So from that we already discussed what is a noun and its kinds in chapter number 1. So now today we are going to discuss pronouns. As you all know, a pronoun is a word which is used instead of a noun. Okay, what is a pronoun? A pronoun is a word used instead of a noun. Let's see the example below. John is absent because he is ill. Can you find out the pronoun here? Yes. He is the pronoun which is being used here instead of a noun, John. Okay. Here he refers to John. We are not repeating the same word John in the sentence, but instead of that noun we are using pronoun. Let's see the next second example. The books are where you left them. So identify the noun, that is the books. Okay, the books are where you left them, which is the pronoun them. So can say that here a pronoun is being used instead of a noun. Okay, now if you see in your textbook, page number 12, you can see fill in the blanks with the most suitable words. Okay, so you will have to fill in the blanks using a suitable pronoun. Let's see one by one. My cousins are college students. Blanks go to the university college. So we will have to use a suitable pronoun here. My cousins, you can see as they are plural in number. My cousins are college students. They go to the university college. My sister will leave tomorrow. We will miss her. My brother and I love my sister very much. My sister also loves us. We want to buy a video game. The video game will be ours. Ali and Maria want to meet you. They will visit you tomorrow. Okay, so these are the suitable pronouns to be used in the fill in the blanks. Now, all the words filled in are pronouns. So here is the definition again. A pronoun is a word that can be replaced, that can replace the noun without requiring any other change in the context or sentence. Okay, so here it says that it's a word which can replace the noun without requiring any other change in the context or sentence. Here they have given an example. Jaya and Sanjay go to model public school. So here below you can see they go to model public school. So if you find out the noun here, the noun is Jaya and Sanjay. These are the nouns. So they have replaced the noun by using a pronoun they. Okay, so here now the sentence becomes they go to model public school. So you can see here there is no change in the context or the sentence. Okay, now we will see kinds of noun. Okay, the first one is personal pronoun. Here if you can see, look at the table. To the left side you can see the person. We very well know that we have first person, second person and third person. Subject and object. Subject means who is the doer and object is the receiver of an action. So here first person singular, I, plural we. Okay, then the object singular will be me and the plural of we will be us. Now let's talk about the second person. If the subject pronoun is you, then the object pronoun, whether it is singular or plural, it will be you. Now we talk about the third person. The subject pronoun singular is he, she or it. Then the object pronoun singular will be him, her, it. If the subject pronoun plural third person, if it is they, then the object pronouns plural, it will be them. Now here you can see, in case reference is made to two or three persons together, then second person between first person and the second person. Example, you and I. These things you have to keep in mind. It is very important. Understand once again that when in a sentence they are mentioning about the second person and the first person. Okay, there are two persons, the first and the second person. Then in that case, second person between the first person and second person. So example, it will be you and I. Okay, it won't be I and you. The sentence will begin with the second person. So it will become you and I. Now next, third person between the first person and third person. So when there is a third person involved with the first person, then the third person will be used first. For example, she. Okay, they, these all things are the third person. So she and I is the appropriate or the correct way to begin the sentence. You will not be using I and she. Okay, you will begin the sentence with the third person and then the first person. Okay, then second person between the second person and third person. So we know that you is a I, it's the first person, you is the second person, and she, they, these all are third persons. So if you can see you and she, so you will not be using she and you to frame the sentence. Okay, so whenever a second person and third person is mentioned in a sentence, then you will be using the second person before and later on the third person. Okay, Based on this itself, you will have to answer the below questions. Choose suitable pronouns to complete the given sentence. The question is, my teacher and I, me and my teacher, I and my teacher, my teacher and me have already discussed the matter. So, what will be the answer here? The answer will be my teacher and I. Okay. Now, next one. I think you and me, I and you, me and you and I will make a good team for the quiz. You remember the first case? It will be you and I. Right? Above we have stated the case references. In that, if second person between the first person, then it will be you and I. Next, third one. Shefali and I, me and Shefali, I and Shefali, Shefali and me. Now we will see our next pronoun, that is reflexive pronoun. So reflexive pronouns are used to refer back to the subject in the sentence. So in a sentence itself, when we are referring back to the subject, then it is not as a reflexive pronoun. Let us understand through an example. For example, uh, Tina fell and hurt herself while cleaning the loft. Now, which word is referring back to the subject in this sentence? Who is the subject here? Tina. Okay. So, which word from the sentence is referring back to Tina? So, you can see here it is herself. Okay. Here Tina means herself means Tina. Okay. It is referring back to Tina. Same way, I treated myself to an ice cream. So here subject is I, and which other word is referring back to the subject? It is myself. Okay. Then next, we tried to repair the television ourselves. So which is the subject here? We. And try to find a word which is trying to refer the subject. It is ourselves. Okay. So reflexive pronouns are used to refer back to the subjects in the sentences. Now, reflexive pronouns used to put emphasis on the subjects are referred to as emphatic pronouns. Let's see the examples. I did it all by myself. Okay, I is the subject, myself is the pronoun. Okay, reflexive pronoun. The bracket, if you can see, without anybody's help, which is not mentioned in the sentence, but it is being understood. They have only themselves to thank for the victory. So they themselves is the reflexive pronoun. In the bracket, if you can see, no one other than them, which is being understood. You will be able to write the entire report yourself without anybody's help. Okay, without anybody's help is being understood here. Okay, so this is reflexive pronoun for emphasis, or referred as emphatic pronouns. Now here a table showing personal and reflexive pronouns. I, it will be myself, we, ourself, you, yourself, singular, plural, yourselves. He, it will be himself. Then she, herself, it, itself, they, themselves. So when we are converting a personal pronoun I to reflexive, then it will become myself. When we are changing we to reflexive, it becomes ourselves, you, yourselves, he, himself, she, herself, it, itself, they, themselves. Okay. Now let's fill in the blanks with the suitable pronoun. Ramesh was early today and said to me, "You see, today dash have come on time." So here you can see two person, that is Ramesh and me. Okay. So Ramesh, he came early today and he's saying to me, "You see, today dash have come on time." So who has come on time? Ramesh. So Ramesh is now talking to me. Okay. So Ramesh is the first person. So Ramesh is saying, "I have come on time." Next. Here is the parcel. Please have dash sent by courier. So we very well know for non-living things we use it. Okay. So here is the parcel. Please have it sent by courier. I will give you message. I will give your message to your friend when I to your friends when I meet dash today. Okay, friends. They are talking about friends, plural. If it was singular, then it would be I will give your message to your friend when I meet him or her today. Okay, that would be the case if it is plural over here, but it is sorry, singular over there, but here it is plural. Okay, I will give your message to your friends when I meet them today. That will be the answer. Okay, once again I repeat, I will give your message to your friends when I meet them today. Next, Anil said, "Let us first try to solve the problem ourselves." Okay, so remaining 5 to 10, you will be doing it by yourself. Any doubts, you can contact me. Now, our next, we are going to see other kinds of pronoun, that is interrogative, relative, demonstrative, and indefinite pronouns. One by one we will see the types and the usage and examples. Okay. Interrogative, what is the usage? To ask questions. So this can occupy either the subject or the object position. Okay, this interrogative pronouns can occupy either the subject or the object position. For example, if you see here, what do you do in your spare time? So here this interrogative pronoun is occupying the subject position. Okay, what do you do in your spare time? So here what is an interrogative pronoun. Next, of these two bags, which is yours? Here, which is an interrogative pronoun. Who told you to throw this away? Who is an interrogative pronoun. So here are some of the examples for interrogative: who or whom, whose, which, and what. Okay. Now next is a relative. So here relative pronoun often refers to something mentioned earlier in the sentence to join two sentences. Let's understand it through an example. What was the name of the person whom we met at the metro station today? So here you can see, means they are trying to refer something mentioned earlier in the sentence to join two sentences. The sentence is, what was the name of the person? This is a sentence. Okay. Then again we are trying to join the sentences. Whom we met at the metro station today. Okay. So which is the relative pronoun here? Whom. Next, the house that was advertised is already sold. So here, that is referring a relative pronoun. Okay. Now next one is a demonstrative pronoun, to point out and identify specific nouns. Okay, whenever we are demonstrating something, then we use words like these, this, that, those. Okay, they all fall under the demonstrative pronouns. Let's see the example. We have two lists. I will check this one and you check that. Okay, so you can see here the demonstrative pronoun that. I like the photographs. These are very nice. So here in this, these is a demonstrative pronoun. Next is distributive. To donate a person or thing referred to individually, in a pair, or in a group. Okay, means that when we are donating, person or thing referred to individually, in a pair, or in a group. Let's see by examples. Either of you could go to receive Mrs. Burton at the station. So from the group, here they are referring to individuals. Either of you could go and receive Mrs. Burton at the situation. Then next is, each one of them is excited about this project. So here, each one of them. So from the whole group, they are mentioning, they are referring to an individual by using the word each. Okay, so each one of them is excited about this project. Now next is indefinite pronoun. It refers to a person or thing in general way. They do not point to a specific person or thing, to the general. Okay, let everyone exit the train before entering it. So here you can see the word everyone. Okay, when we are saying something to general, then it will be using some of the words like this. You can see the examples of indefinite pronoun: someone, somebody, something, everyone, everybody, everything, anyone, anybody, anything, no one, nobody, nothing, one, all, some, few, many, none. These all are the examples of indefinite pronoun. You must have noticed that many of the instructions given to you in your class teacher, when they are referring to a group individually, from a group of students, then they are using this distributive pronoun. And when they are talking in general to the students, then they will be using indefinite pronouns. Now our next topic is use of few, a few, and the few. As we saw, the indefinite pronouns, we already know that these three indefinite pronouns refers to countable nouns. Okay, we saw that few, a few, the few, these all are three indefinite pronouns. Okay, now they refer only to the countable nouns which can be counted. Now few, let's see one by one. The first one, that is few. Okay, uh, few denotes an insignificant number. It means hardly any, the number which is insignificant. Okay, example, few of our books are new. The number is insignificant, that's why here we are using the indefinite pronoun few. Next, if you can see, a few. When do we use a few? A few refers to a small number but which the speaker considers significant. So here a few is used when when it is referred to a small number and the speaker considers it as significant. Example, I met a few of my classmates from the last year. So for the speaker, it's a small number, but it is significant. Now the third indefinite pronoun, that is the few. It refers to the small number of something specific, a specific small number. It always identifies or denotes a specific noun. So when we are talking about a specific small number, then we use the indefinite pronoun the few. Okay, let's see the example. The largest portion of a country's wealth belongs to the few who are very rich. So it is specific. They are referring to something specific. So here, to the few who are very rich. Okay. Now below is given below. It's an exercise. Choose the appropriate pronouns to complete this sentences. Number one, who or whom, in your opinion, is the most talented among these young musicians? So what will be the appropriate pronoun here? Who or whom? So the answer will be who, in your opinion, is the most talented among these young musicians. The next one, the news did not arise on its own. Somebody or anybody must have created it. So what will be the answer? It will be somebody. The cat fed it or itself till it was round and heavy. So answer will be the cat fed itself. Please hand whose or these over only to the class monitor. Please hand these over only to the class monitor. I saw some boys standing here. Where are they or those? Where are they? Okay, so these were the appropriate pronouns to be used to complete the sentences. By reading the sentence itself, you will be able to find out the appropriate pronouns to be used in the sentence. Okay, to I have done it for you. Remaining, you will have to do it as homework. So now let's revise. Write whether the underlined words in the sentences are demonstrative, interrogative, or relative pronouns. Okay. So number 1, Mr. Sharma is the man about whom I was telling you yesterday. So we have seen that you have to find out whether it is demonstrative, interrogative or relative. Whom? We already know that when we talk about the first one, demonstrative, in demonstrative words like these, this, that, those are used. So that means this is not a demonstrative. Then remains interrogative and relative. Okay. So we studied that in relative, that it refers to something mentioned in the earlier sentence to join two sentences. Here you can see Mr. Sharma is the man. That is a sentence. Okay. About whom I was telling you yesterday. Here you can see that the two sentences are joined. The second sentence is trying to refer something mentioned earlier. Okay. So whom here it is a relative pronoun. This is the house in which I used to live earlier. This is the house in which I used to live earlier. Here also you can see they are trying to join the two sentences. This is the house is also one sentence, which I used to earlier, means trying to this is something mentioned earlier. Okay. So here this is a relative pronoun. If you had to choose one of these two shirts, which would you pick? The easier way to find out whether it is interrogative, demonstrative or relative is that you can see a question mark at the end of the sentences. So that means that it is a interrogative pronoun. Okay. Next, I have lost the diary that I bought yesterday. I have lost the diary is a sentence. That I brought yesterday is also another sentence. So here you can see they are trying to join two sentences. Okay. So that is again a relative pronoun here. Okay. Then next one is, this is Disha and that is her sister. So we are pointing or we are demonstrating towards something that this is Disha and that is her sister. Whenever you are using your finger to demonstrate, then it will be a demonstrative pronoun. Okay. When you are showing someone something, then it is demonstrating. So here this is Disha and that is her sister. So that here is demonstrative pronoun. Okay. Now let's see the next exercise. Fill in the blanks or choose the correct option to complete the given sentence. Instruction for a few have been provided. So now number 1, the little boy dusted dash. So the answer will be the little boy dusted himself. Okay. Then next, he dash told dash the secret. He himself told me the secret. Next, they dash are responsible for all the luggages. Luggage. They themselves are responsible for all the luggage. And number 4, uh, dash have narrated to him all my tales of adventure. So I have narrated to him all my tales of adventure, but he was not paying attention to me at all. Okay. So the above 4 I have done it for you. The remaining you will have to do it by yourself as homework. Okay. Any doubt you can ask me anytime. The answers will be sent to you in short time, but only after you try to do it by yourself. Okay. So first of all, understand the chapter and try to finish the exercise by the understanding, and then send it to me. Later on I will be sending you the answers. Okay, thank you.